All right. So here we go. We are back live again. Let me just wait for the stream to go fully online because it's
Okay.
pulling up on several platforms. I'm going to put you on hold for just a moment, do the intros, and then come back. All
Okay.
right. All right.
All right.
All right. So, hello, knockouts. Tanya TKO here, and we are live once again. I don't know if this was able to reconnect to the old stream or if it started a new stream, but we are here talking about Umar Johnson and his how he was he was flummoxed pontificating with the internet about how Brad could not handle the big booty preference that was TWrkn in front of he. So I want you all, if you are here and you can see this broadcast, go ahead and let me know inside of the comments so that we can continue. Hey, okay, so I see people saying welcome back. We have the caller who was explaining how Umar is a real doctor, like when a lot of like when the broadcast starts hearing dust, it gets clogged up in the filters. So I don't know if we need to play the clip again. You know what, as a matter of fact, let we play the clip again. I am your host, but if for those of you who are just coming in, we played the clip in the last video, but we're going to go ahead and play it again in this video because it got caught up. The stream got caught and then we had to restart again. So let's get this. Oh my gracious, here we go, my lord. All right. Let's try this again. I got to get the right thing up on the screen. Here we go. Alrighty, where is our, all right, so where is this, is this the right one? Okay. So we read the comments in the last one. We're just going to play the video. So if you need to see that again, you can go ahead to the last video and take a look at the entire thing where we started out. We're just going to pick up where we left off, but we're going to play the video again because a booty like this deserves to be seen more than once. You can't just see this one time and be done. This type of a booty this big, it needs time for all of your eyes to take all of it in. So let's play this. Let's play this again for you all. But we're going to have to make sure that we cut the sound out because, copyright issues. That could be why we kind of got bumped offline before. But we're going to just, when we get towards the latter part of it, before Johnson comes in, we'll get the sound on. Lot of mercy. Look how bumper dot 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 boom 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 boom. And here comes hey hey. Oh.
First of all, he don't even know what to do with all that. She need an unapologetically African alpha male to handle that. He can't handle that. He don't even know what to do with that.
Oh my Lord. Well, you know what? Listen, that's his opinion. We have Antoinette on the line who was explaining to us how Umar is a real doctor. And then she got the dust started blowing and then, then the line got clogged up. So you're on the air, my dear. Come forward, Nogal.
Okay.
What were you saying now? Mm-hmm.
All right, I just wanted to take you off speaker. Okay. So all I was saying was with Dr. Umar, I do follow him. He comes off, the way he says things, it can be very rude and it offends a lot of people. So I get that. I don't like when he makes some of the comments about women because I know he said if a black woman wear blonde hair, she want to be white. Oh, hell no, we can't have that. Like, I think he can just stay away from that nonsense. But when it comes
a little
to
less dust on this phone call now. Okay, go ahead.
so anyway, so as far as when he talks about Black history, then he knows what he's talking about, and it did inspire me to look up a few books and start looking even more so into Black history. So I can't say he's bad when he inspired me to do something. I hope he's building a school because our children need a school for Black people so we can know our history. I hope he is. I keep hearing people saying he's not building a school, but he did actually show on video that he has 2 buildings and he had to do like some extra work in construction because after he got the 2 buildings, like they had been sitting for so long. that he needed to do work on them. And I know COVID slowed things down. So I guess if he don't have
So
a school in
COVID
5
slowed things
years,
down for 14 years?
not for 14 years. He just said it takes he said it takes a lot of money to buy
More
two
than the
schools.
millions he was already donated?
Well, the amount okay, so on the Breakfast Club, he said that he got a certain amount of money, but it costs so much for school, he still hasn't completed all the money that he needs. That's what he said on the Breakfast Club. So I never tried to, build a school or anything like that. So I'm just gonna have to take him for his word for it. Now, if I say in 5 years there's no school, then y'all might have a point, but I don't know at this point. You can stop playing that music.
Listen, you know that man ain't got no school. You know
I don't
he don't.
know that. He showed it online. Like, I don't know that.
What did he show? He showed himself ducking under the fence of a building under construction, lurking in the hallways of a building that was not locked. This is what we saw. What did you see that was different?
I saw something a little while ago, whereas it looked like he had some people he paid or volunteers helping bring stuff into school, and then he showed like the two buildings, and he seemed so.
Did you see the
passionate.
Gate with the lock on it as he was ducking in the part of the fence with the grid pulled up? Did you see that? Did you see how he got onto the property?
No, I didn't see that. I didn't see that.
Mm-hmm. All right.
I hope his dad isn't a fraud. I hope he's not.
15 years or plus, more than $1 million. He could, in all of this time, he could have opened up a charter school. In all of this time, the children who needed him back then, they're all adults now.
Well, that's true, but we still don't have a black school, so we still need to have a black school teaching black kids.
This is what I'm saying. He could have done homeschooling. He could have rented out a hotel and done homeschooling from a hotel in all of this time.
But I don't think people would take it seriously if he did that. I
Why
don't think people would take it seriously.
Spelman started in a church. I mean, I'm saying, let me ask you this question, and I want you to be really honest with me, right?
Yeah.
He raised over $1 million, right? I'm hearing millions, right?
Mm-hmm.
If you contributed to him, would you rather have had no school for 15 years as you donated, and now your children are growing up and they're no longer going to be in the grade that you donated for them to enter into? Because by the time you get to the 5th grade, if your child is not on a certain level, they say that the chances of them succeeding are exponentially less, right?
Right.
So would you have rather him have rented out a boardroom at a hotel and had children come in for some sort of lessons than 15 years with no lessons?
Honestly speaking, yes. But I actually did donate. I don't have any kids. I just believed in what he was saying. I'm like, okay, he's gonna open a school and teach, black people their culture at an early age, because I do believe, like, if you teach black kids their culture at an early age, it could eliminate all this self-hate. So I was really interested in what he was saying, because I hate all the self-hate we have in our race. Huh?
Did you donate more than $100?
No, I only donated $50.
Okay. Well, and you would have rathered no lessons for 15 years than to get something started and see how feasible it is. Listen, I'm a business owner, and I'm going to tell you this, right? Mm-hmm. Just like how you see that we have issues with the live, and sometimes it just crashed, and sometimes different things don't work. As a business owner, you have got to start. That's the hardest part, starting. And then you fine tune what you need. If you never start, you don't know what it is that you need. You just don't know. You don't know. It's been 15 years. A child who was 10 at the time is now 25. So they have gotten
I don't have
no
any
lesson.
Kids, so I donated to the concept. That's what I donated to.
Okay.
That is true.
All right. Well, thank you so much for calling in. We appreciate your call, Antoinette.
No problem. Bye.
All right. Bye-bye. All right. The phone lines are open. You know what? I'm going to take a few moments to just show a few things to you all. I'm going to put the phone line on pause for a moment so that we can, I want to show you the Dr. Umar scandal that came out, right, a few years ago. So there was this young lady by the name of Conscious Stripper, right? And Conscious Stripper, they coming for Umar, you hear them, right? And so Conscious Stripper, right? So this is part of the article. In 2000 and I believe it was 2015, the Conscious Stripper explains why she exposed Dr. Umar Johnson, right? And so she talked about how, well, she was in her 40s at the time. He has this speech condemning Black women for their sexual behaviors and wearing unnatural hair. And he's an unmarried father of 2 children by 2 women and regularly lectures about the importance. Oh, goodness, I clicked something on the screen by mistake. Okay, so all of these hypocrisies, right? I pulled up this, where's the video that I pulled up? Here it is. Here's the video, right? So there were these tweets that exposed him. So this is the young lady right here, Conscious Stripper, with her blonde wig on in the strip club and here.
Now, I got checked out, but I'm not sexually active. I'm
So if you want, you can pause and take a look at the text. Baby, I want to crush you before I leave for England on Thursday. I'm not a WHORE. Please stop treating me like one. Never that, wifey. Then treat me like the queen I am so that I can. Let's see what else she says.
active. I'm celibate.
So that I can, and then she says, wow, well, I guess I serve no purpose now, huh? Whatever, you love when I crush your cookies. You drizzled and dripped all over me last time. It's just...
But I got a clean...
Very important that I shed light on the hypocrisies that keep us divided. No one is better than the next. We're all in this war together.
bill of health.
So these are the text messages of him talking about crushing cookies and drizzling and all this stuff. At least I'm true to who I say I am. You mad because you can't say the same thing about that fraudulent life you live? Pathetic! You assassinated your own character. Now accept responsibility for it. Let she who is without sin cast the first stone. This man is nuts. And then the stripper pole, Umar Johnson taking scrippers to the hotel to crush cookies. LOL, but he said he was celibate. Lord God mercy. Let's see what else we have here. Oh.
Now I got checked out, but I'm not sexually active. I'm celibate. But I got a clean bill of health.
There's more, but this is, I didn't really feel like doing a whole bunch of research on this. Honestly, I really honestly did not feel like doing a whole bunch of research. Here's another article where Umar was talking about how women need to not have intercourse. Oh, there was a part I wanted you all to see where he was talking about the more violent. Oh, listen to this. Let's listen to this. Here he go. This is Umar talking. The more violent you are during sex, the greater the likelihood your unconscious issues are not dealt with. Yes, women who scream more want to be beat on. Women who want the man to engage them as if it was RAPE. I met one brother the other day who was like, Brother Umar, help me out. I was making love to this sister and she was bad. And then she just started talking in another language and grabbing stuff and punching me in the back. And I was like, damn, are you a woman or a man? Unconscious energy. If you want all of that, it's because you got issues. Listen, this is the, but I want you to hear his statement again. Please hear his statement on this video. Here. Hey, get it. Oh, you know, I need to hurry up. Let me get the audio. Here.
Guys,
Woo. Hey. Oh, come on.
First of all, he don't even know what to do with all that. She need an unapologetically African alpha male to handle that. He can't handle that. He don't even know what to do with that.
You know what? This is the part that's frustrating to me. So he's talking about, what do you mean she needs an unapologetic African alpha male? To do what? To do what? To do what? Before I give my commentary, I'm going to take a few more phone calls. I'm opening back up the line. So call in. I want to hear your thoughts about what it is that we've seen so far. I'm going to open up the lines and then I'm going to show you some pictures because Umar was like, oh, the phone line rang very quickly. Let me grab this and then I'm going to show you some pictures of the scribble. You're on the air live with Tanya. What's your name?
Sada.
Your name is Sada?
Yes.
Okay. Hi, Sada. So what is your comment today?
My comment today is I follow Dr. Umar. He really does have a school in Delaware, and it's all the stuff that you're projecting today on this video is all old stuff. In that video where you talking about where he has in that green shirt, he has hair now. Why do black people always try to crucify other black people that's doing work with people in the community?
Mm-hmm. You can continue. You didn't have to stop speaking. Oh, I thought you wanted to just talk. Go ahead, talk.
I'm just saying that has no validity of this video because it's an old video.
You done?
Yeah.
All right. Thank you so much for calling in. What's the problem? Why do people not want to keep talking when the dust sounds begin? All right, go ahead. You're on the air live with Tanya. What's your name?
Amalia.
Hi, Amalia. Are you
Hi.
an Umarette as well? Because we have a lot of Umarettes calling in.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. These men like Umar know how to pander to black women's insecurity and they know that we want this black love, and so they'll push that out. First of all, I'm not really familiar with this man. Like, I see him on little clips on TikTok and whatnot, but I will say some of the stuff is funny, but I don't have enough time and energy to put into this man just because I just know what he's doing. Like, I took 10 seconds to Google him. He's 46. He's not married, and he's talking about black love. First of all, maybe tonight I'll twerk on a Brad. Who knows? We'll see. But
do your booty look like that girl's?
What was that?
Do your booty look like that girl's in the video?
I got a nice booty. Okay.
You know what? Listen, they losing the black women and the preferences to Brads. So tonight you might be twerking on a Brad. Is he gonna be throwing money down your back, girl?
Better be.
Ooh, child. All right now, get it, girl. Get it.
There we go. Hey.
Oh, she getting it now. She getting it.
Just saying, these black men know they're good at performing. They're good at putting on a show. They know what their target audience is, but are they really repping for black love like he says in that video? Absolutely not. So I'm not putting my time in this. I'm a young, black, educated woman, and I don't need any of that in my life. Thank you.
All right. Well, thank you so much for calling in. Thank you.
Thank you. I love your channel.
Thank you. All
Bye-bye.
right. So, listen. Let me show some of the images of the young lady that Mr. Johnson was. Where's my thing? My screen is not here. Where my screen done gone? It's supposed to be right here. Let me see if I can find it. My screen is gone. It just disappeared. How did it just disappear? Oh, here it is. Here it is. Let me get this here. There we go. All right. Oh, we're going to get the apples next. So this is the young lady, right, who Umar was with. He was like, when I saw her, she looked like a queen. She didn't have on the blonde wig and all of that. So, but he was meeting up with her at the hotel, having all of this intercourse, right? When he was claiming publicly that he was celibate, right? And so he showed himself to be a hypocrite. 15 years, he ain't got the school done yet, ain't one child been taught. So we can say all of this stuff, but where are the children who are going to the school? Where's the children that are attending this school? And so this was how he was getting down. This is how he was getting down. And he says one thing publicly, does a different thing behind the scenes. So he's saying that if you, the more, let me just explain this, the more violent you are during intercourse and this and the other, let me just explain. And if when a woman screams out, she really want to be beat and all this other stuff, right? Evolutionary psychologists talk about the oration of female partners and how that helps the partner of their species, like mammals, get to the finish line. And for certain mammals, the more oration the partner gives in encouragement, I forget how it relates to I forget the correlation with, I don't think there is any correlation with the size of the testes or the phallus. We talked about the male penis being both a plunger and a suctioner, right? However, when it comes to the sounds that a woman makes, these sounds have evolved over time because the women who make the most sounds to encourage their partner are the ones who procreated the most. And this is how we've evolved to be how we are now. He's so off base. People say that he has a doctorate, but I saw that that's up for question, that people called the school and that there was no record of him. So I don't know, because I'm on the outside of this. I'm not invested in the story. I just think that this is a boondoggle, and I wanted to hear your points of view about this. So let me open back up the phone lines. Oh, you know what? Before we open up the phone lines, let's get the apples together. Come on now, come on. Okay, I'm gonna stop acting like a fool. Stop acting like a fool. All right, so I heard the apples come in. I'm just refreshing. Here we go. So Adia sends $2 and says, I feel like alpha males are selfish lovers. I'm so glad you got us back on topic. Because we need to discuss that. As a matter of fact, let's discuss that real quick. I wonder what makes him think that he knows what it is that she needs. Listen, she chose the person to be in that video with because she knew what it is that she needed. He's talking about some unapologetic African unapologetically African alpha male to do what? That sounds like he's looking for somebody to do some beating on to beat on her meat. That's what that sounds like. Unapologetic? What are you talking about? She knew who she wanted in that moment with her, and she chose that man. And he knew what he needed to do. He threw some money on that backside and made it rain. What is it that you see? I think for a lot of men, what throws them off is women's choice. That they're not used to a woman choosing who and who it is that she wants and how it is that she wants him to show up in her life. So Adia also sends $2 and says she would have to finish herself off. You know what? Listen, if you want to hear, look, quiet is kept. I've already spoken to many an African woman about what's going on out there in the bedroom. And many of them are looking towards American men because they're saying African men don't nyam. And they're known for thinking that a woman's body is a repository for their member. And that I mean, they're still doing FGMs in certain African countries, which are female genital mutilation. They're still doing that because they don't feel that a woman needs to have pleasure. Come on, we still, even in this country, have men who are SLUT shaming because they don't realize, they think that it's something that the man is getting from the woman. They don't realize that women enjoy feeling good. It means it feels good to both parties. As a matter of fact, a woman has far more nerve endings and one particular part of her body that is only there for pleasure, only there, which is the clitoris, some people call clitoris, but it's there only for her pleasure. Beauty sends $2 and says, "You are so funny, Tanya." Child, listen, there's a lot that is laughable about today's topic, so thank you. We appreciate that. And Brian sends $2 and says, "It's always the broken BM that screech the loudest." If you listen, you ain't said nothing but a word there. And then she sends another dollar and says, "For it would be different if they were whole and healed." Absolutely. We need a whole lot of healing in this country. It's just absolutely ridiculous. And she sends another dollar and says, "But we know people hate what they see in them." Absolutely. Absolutely. All right. And then we have a few more up here. Let's see. Jessica sends a dollar and says, "Same ratchetness, shaking bums, nothing else to offer." You don't know what she has to offer? I mean, everybody has a booty, and you'd be lucky if you know how to dance, but we don't know what she has to offer. And Umi sends $2. You see, this is part of the issue that we're going to try to sum up a whole entire woman based on how do you know what she has to offer? I mean, come on. How do you know what she has to offer? See, this is the thing. Why can it not be both? Why can it not be both? You know what I mean? Obviously, listen, she know what she doing to some respect, cause she's taking her little jiggles and getting stacks rained over her back. So she know what she's doing. We have to allow women to have agency over their sensuality and stop thinking that our worth runs down to the worth that a man sees in us. And far too many of us are so male identified that we see a woman with agency. Let me tell you something. Young lady who sent that message, you would be wise to keep the motion in your hips moving and to keep the flow going in your nether regions and in your lower chakras, because all parts of us are important, and goddess really needs to cultivate her sensuality. We make the world go round. Listen, and if it wasn't for sex, none of us would be here. Phone lines are back open. 323-488-3149. I want to hear what you all have to say. I want to see. Do you think he knew what to do with it? Do you think he knew how to handle it? Do you think she got what she needed out of that exchange? And then also, oh my gosh, especially these men who feel that they are quote unquote unapologetic. Far too many of them don't know how to please a woman. Far too many of them don't really know what they're doing in the bedroom. They think that you want them to come in, bust in the door, wave in the 4-4. All I know is Biggie don't want to know more. No. You need a person who's going to be in tune with you and who is willing to humble himself enough to explore and get to know the landscape of your body. You're on the air live with Tanya. What's your name?
My name is Tayoshe.
Hi, Tayoshe.
Yes, ma'am.
Hi, okay, you're on the air live. What is your comment?
My comment in reference to Dr. Umar, and you're probably going to play the dust with me. I think some of his ideas are great. And I think that the Black community, especially younger Black community, the millennials, the younger millennials, and the Gen Z, we need to hear certain things. And he may not be the one to build the school. Yes, I think he's definitely dropped the ball on building the school for a number of reasons. But I think if he's dropping the seed, so the next generations can do what he couldn't do.
What are your
So
thoughts
some of
about,
his
I'm sorry, what are your thoughts about his statement that the man didn't know what to do with all of her cake? Because I'm not here to deliberate on whether or not or what the hell he's doing. I don't care, honestly. I'm doing a video
well,
about all this cake. What's your thought on that?
my thought on that in general, the backside of a woman is something that is very pleasurable to Black men. I am Nigerian descent, and that is something we are taught to dance that way, to shake our waist and things like that. So him seeing maybe a white guy, he's thinking that he can't handle that. That's just the only thing that I can think
Why
about
do
that.
you
Just
why do
that
you
Dr.
think he
Umar
feels
just
that the man can't handle it?
Say it again.
Why do you think that he feels the man can't handle it?
Well, in general, African Americans, I'm just speaking of African Americans, they and also Africans too. Let's not say just African Americans. They see white men as superior. They don't admit to it because white men have been able to just conquer things. They go at things and they just take control. So I think because of the experience of white men in the world, most men that's non-white see them as superior beings
So,
because they control everything.
I'm confused as to why you narrowed it down to African American men feeling that white men are superior, and you're
Be-
Nigerian.
uh, because I have dated both. I have dated Nigerian men who came over, went to school here, and just like maybe Southern Black American men, and the Nigerian that was born in Nigeria opposed to the African American men, they move different. A Nigerian will come here and will dominate and have the balls and have the balls to do what he needs to do and doesn't see anybody as a competition. But an African American man, he's more docile and he always complain about things. I've seen them move both in the workplace. I just don't know if that's just a farming thing. You come over here,
Hold
you have a
on,
better
hold on, hold on,
opportunity.
hold on, hold on. We have somebody who has called a woman a female dog on my channel. Chub Nuts, here we go. Hey! All right. First person of the day. Welcome to the block party, Chub. You're gone. Simple as that. Yeah, you know what? I really honestly don't want to get into a discussion about which black man is more docile to the white man because in America, we had chattel slavery on these grounds where Africans were trafficked onto this land. In Nigeria, they let white men come over, take their resources, send it over to their land, colonize them, bring their own language, religion, take the land, leave the religion, and people in Nigeria still so tremendously quote unquote religious and Christian, even to this day. Listen, I have had both Nigerian, African American. I've also had Caribbean American, Caribbean, Nigerian American. I've had black friends from all different walks of life, and I've visited Nigeria. And one of the things that I have noticed is that Nigerians are in a tremendous amount of denial about how subservient they actually truly are to white people. I don't want to get into an argument about that because
Well,
people
no, no,
cannot, for
no, no.
some reason, people
It's
can't seem
definitely
to
not an
see.
argument.
For some reason, people
But
can't seem to. Come on, I need to read the rules of the broadcast.
um,
Come on, I'm trying to make a
to
sentence.
to
Come
an-
on,
um
listen. I
to
don't want
answer
to
your
listen.
question
No,
in
I didn't
reference, why
ask you a
do
question.
I
I was
feel like
talking. Excuse me.
um
I was
yes,
speaking, and I
ma'am.
just want to finish my sentence, please. Please.
Okay.
Thank you. It doesn't make sense for the moment that somebody else begins to speak that we just, all right. I don't want to get into an argument about whether or not about who is more conquered when we had colonialism and then we had chattel slavery, and they both mess with people's minds in different ways. And one of the things that I've seen is that in Nigeria, the people are in denial about just how subservient they are to white people. So that was my full statement right there. You can go ahead and finish up your thought, and I'm going to let you go.
Okay. So thank you. So that was my response. The reason why my answer to why I feel like he said she didn't to know what to do. He didn't know what to do with all of that booty. And I think sometimes people don't understand Nigeria is very big and everybody is not as subservient as you think. So I think maybe you was marginalized when you went to Nigeria and different tribes
The mere
did different
fact,
things.
I'm so sorry. And like I said,
So
I don't want to argue it because the mere fact
and I
that the
just think
white
that
man
you
came
should have
over
a
and
little bit more
colonized.
culture when it.
Okay, I'm sorry. I've had to put you on hold. Let me read the rules of the let me read the rules of the call in. I'm going to put you just on hold for just a moment. I need to read the rules of calling in. One moment. All right. So number one, when you call in, turn down your volume in the background, right? Turn on your volume in the background. Make sure that you're ready to talk to me on the phone. Make sure that it's not on speakerphone. Talk to me through the phone. That's number two. Three, write down notes so that you can get your thoughts together. Number four, we don't discuss other callers on new calls. And five, we have time constraints and I need to gear the conversation. So if I interject, it's because we need to gear the conversation into a different way. Don't talk over me. Don't trample over my words and allow me to get my sentence out and allow me to speak, because I will allow you to speak if you are answering the question. If you're not answering the question and going along the conversation that we're having, I need to redirect you. You're not on this line to redirect me. Okay, so those are the rules of the broadcast. And if we follow those rules, we'll be able to have a great and tremendous broadcast. Okay. All right. So you are on the line. Did you hear the rules that I just read out?
Yeah, Tanya, I know the rules. I'm a knockout
Okay. What's your
fan.
name?
This is Taylor.
Oh, Taylor. Okay. Oh, goodness. Okay. Hold on for just one more moment. I just need to address some of the comments. All right. So listen. One of the things, so I saw somebody say, well, she's Nigerian. Wouldn't she know better? Ourselves are the hardest people for us to see. Just like we are living in some homes, some of us are living in homes right now where people are hoarding and stuff is all gathered up and it's a lot of junk and dirt and peeling paint and shit is old and in need of repair. And because you see it every day, you don't see that stuff, but somebody new comes in and they can see where all the dirt is on your walls, right? So simmer down. It's difficult for us to really be able to see, and we have to stop being so defensive about it, because I hear people who are from African countries talking all the time about how African Americans got trafficked and they are this and they're that. Yeah, it's the same people. It's the same people from your land. It's not African Americans didn't get trafficked. Nigerians got trafficked. Ghanaians got trafficked. Well, as a matter of fact, Nigeria is the name that was given to the country, actually a conglomerate of different areas. Like the North and the South should not be should not be the same country. It's the name that was given to them by other people who are not from there. And if you look at the making of an African colony, you will see exactly how Nigeria got that name. And I don't really know how to this day Nigeria is rocking that name. I really don't. It stands for N-word area. Listen, scholars are confirming that. Stands for N-word area. And let me take Taylor on the line. Taylor, are you on to talk about Umar and in the handling of those yams?
Yes, I
Okay,
want to
so
say that the Umar dude, he is jealous. Okay, that's all. That's all it comes down to, because a man, any man, whether he feels that he can handle it or not, he's gonna try.
I guess
You
so.
know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying?
I guess so.
Oh, yeah, yeah. That's all I'm gonna say. He's hating on the brother. You
Well,
know.
you calling him a brother now? You calling Brad a brother?
Well, all my men are brothers to me. All of
Okay,
my
I got
brothers.
you. I got you. All right.
All of them. Yes,
All
all of them are
right.
brothers to
So, what are
me.
your thoughts about the conflict and statement between him? What do you mean? What do you think he means by an unapologetic African to handle that? What do you think he meant by that?
I kind of think it's a borderline racist slur.
Really? How so?
Um, I, just because he's saying he's the alpha man. What makes him an alpha man?
I don't know.
I
What do
don't.
you think he's talking about? You
I
said you think it's a slur, but how so? Talk to us. Tell us why you think it's a
because
slur, Tay Tay.
because he's talking about he needs an alpha man to handle all that and this and that and the other. What makes him a man? Because like I said the other day, I'm a man. I take care of my family. I take care of my kids. They don't have to ask nobody for nothing else or do anything else because I take care of them.
Okay.
Okay,
So how does this
so
relate? Okay, thank you. I see you just called in to try to clear your stuff up from the other day. Thank you for calling,
that too.
Taylor. We
No, that
we'll
too. No.
catch you on a free phone call day. Thank you.
Uh,
Talk to you later.
all right, Tanya.
All right. I'm sorry. I got to redirect the phone calls because people calling in trying to clear up their name from the other day when they said some stuff that they knew. They knew. They knew. You're on the air live with Tanya. What's your name?
Hi, ma'am.
Yes. Hi. You know the rules of the broadcast.
Sorry.
All right. So the phone lines are open. I'm going to give you 2 seconds. If by 2 seconds you're not talking to me through the phone, you're gone. I'm sorry. I no. Phone lines are open. 323-488-3149. He said that she needs an unapologetically African alpha male to handle that. And I wonder what makes him think that. Does he think that being with a booty is race specific? Do all men not listen, if that's what he's attracted to, I think he's gonna find a way to make it work. And then also, what is it that a woman needs? Doesn't she know what she needs? Why is it that Umar thinks that he knows better than she does about what it is that she needs? Nonetheless, listen, I'm gonna take a few more phone calls and then we're gonna jump out of here. You're on the air live with Tanya. What's your name?
Hey, Tanya. It's
Hi.
Lawanda. How you doing?
Hi, you said your name is Wanda?
Lawanda.
All right. So, Dawn E. Hey, come on, let's get it. Hey! All right. So, we have a new person that was taken to the block party. Thank you all. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. So, go ahead, Wanda. What is your comment today?
So my comment is, I just don't understand how he's for black love and he's unmarried with a bunch of baby mamas, unpaid stripper in a school that he never finished. So I'm confused about what his problem is, basically.
Well, I don't know. But I don't know what it could be either. We all pontificating. We all pontificating.
Out here is doing too much, these black men. I'm sorry. This is just ridiculous. But that's all I wanted to say. It's terrible. Have a good day.
All right. Thank you so much for calling in. Look, I don't know what the issue is. That's why I wanted to get your points of view on it. That's why I wanted to get your points of view. All right. So phone lines are open. 323-488-3149. You're on the air live with Tanya. What's your name?
Hi, Tanya. My name is All Smiles.
I'm sorry, I didn't catch your name.
All Smiles.
Oh, hey, All Smiles. Talk to us. What is your comment this evening?
All right. Well, I wanted to say that I find it extremely disrespectful. I don't think people realize how insulting it is for someone to think that they have the ability to say what someone can't or cannot choose for themselves, as if women don't have the power or the ability or the capability or the mental processes to choose what they want for themselves.
Oh, wow.
And I don't like that he says women have to be handled. I didn't like that either.
Yeah. Yeah, I can see how that could be problematic.
I also wanted to touch on him specifically saying African alpha male. I think his reason for saying that was to make a distinction between ambiguous black males and unambiguous black males. I don't think he wants to include, I guess, men who look slightly mixed or are mixed into the group of black males or black men, I guess.
Oh, how interesting. I didn't even pick up on that. That's an interesting take.
I think that there are so many men who have a certain image of what Black female beauty represents, and that same beauty standard does not apply to Black men. They see Black male beauty standard as not being mixed, as being dark skinned, as being very, I guess, African looking, and the
Okay.
exact opposite for women. So they like to include every mixed person into, I guess, Blackness, but they make clear distinction when it comes to men. So I think that's where his mind was at when he said that.
Okay. Okay, I got you. Yeah, you know what? I think it's interesting because when I heard him say unapologetically African, I got the sense that he was meaning a little rougher, like a little more aggressive, or I don't know, it seemed like like handling it and being unapologetically African, and how this man who is obviously chosen by her, who is showering her with money, he's saying can't handle that. So what is it that he's supposed to be doing differently to handle it? And that's what made me think that there was some aggression involved of some sort.
Yeah, that makes sense. I do agree with that.
And so no, I think you're spot on that when it comes to men, that the standard is for men to be a little darker, and that being darker makes a person. Hold on, I need. There's somebody who's spamming the comments. Oh my goodness! And for those of you who are asking, right? Yes, Dr. Umar has two children by two different women out of wedlock. He's not married to any of them, right? And so this is problematic to me. And then not only that, the young lady who was in the video, she seemed biracial or multi-ethnic. Yet he's talking about how this
Yes.
woman who most likely has a Black father who has still chosen white men, it needs a Black man to now come back in and do what? Dominate her or handle her, etc. I thought that was really strange. I thought it was really strange. And I'm like, well, you all get with
I
these women and
com-
create these preferences, and then the preferences they're not beholden to Black men like Black women are, and they choose the men that they want, and she chose the man that she wanted, who was Brad.
I felt like that was, ooh, sorry.
No, go ahead, my dear.
I felt like that was a notable thing. Like, I feel like
Oh, your phone is breaking
I
up.
did notice that she was, oh, sorry. Can you hear me better now?
Yeah.
I did notice that she did appear to be maybe biracial or multiracial, and which is the preference. And I'm glad you pointed that out, because I wonder but I
Oh, your
wonder
phone
if
is
he would
breaking
have
up
been moved to
again.
even make that sort
Okay.
of, oh,
Okay, go
sorry.
ahead.
Am I still
Sorry.
breaking
Say
up?
that again. You wonder if he would have been moved to what?
To make like this video or to speak on it if she had not been his preference.
So you're saying that if she was unmistakably Negroid Black, that you don't think he would have made that video? That's an interesting take.
Maybe. I'm not sure, because they do have, well, not, let me not say they. I've noticed that some Black men do have problems with Black women not staying race loyal. So the video might have been made regardless. Who's to know? But I did think that was something worth pointing out, that she was biracial, which is, well, appeared to be biracial, which is a preference.
Oh, interesting, interesting, interesting. Okay, well, thank you so much for calling in. Thank you.
Thank you for having me, Tanya. I love your show. Goodbye.
Thank you. Bye. All right. Phone lines are open, 323-488-3149. We are broadcasting in live on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Periscope, and on LinkedIn. And for those of you who don't know, you can join the text notification squad with the link in the description. Are you tired of missing Tanya TKO's live videos? Arriving late when the video is well underway or about to end? Are you fatigued of only seeing a live video randomly while perusing YouTube and Facebook? Or worse, randomly unsubscribed? Well, now you can get a text notification whenever I go live. No longer are we dependent on the algorithm of these fickle platforms. For just $1.99 a month US and Canada or $4.99 a month international, you get a personalized text message 15 minutes before each live show. Now, you can show up early with the Tech Squad, meet other people from all over the world, and get invited to secret broadcasts off-platform. Most importantly, support your favorite independent creator. Go to TWrkn and click on text. Join the TKO Tech Squad today for just $1.99 a month US and Canada, or $22 a year if you pay in advance, $4.99 a month international, $50 a year if you pay in advance. You'll never again be tardy to the party. I'll see you on the next broadcast. TWrkn.com/. Hey, welcome back, everybody. Welcome back. So the link to join the text notification squad is in the description. So is the link to be able to send the apples through, and the phone number is written right here on the screen. So you're on the air live with Tanya. What's your name?
Hi, this is Ree Walker. How are you?
I'm sorry, your name is what?
This is Ree Walker.
Hi, Ree Walker. So
welcome.
What is your comment today?
I wanted to just chime in here because we exposed Umar years ago. I mean, when he put that video out on that campus, I personally called and spoke to the man that was handling the auction, and he said what Umar did is, and I hate to even keep calling him Umar because he actually stole somebody's identity. That's not even his real name. But he went to the campus and he took that video, walked around, made the video, and left. He never put a bid in for that school, ever. So I personally,
is that why he was ducking in under the chains that were on the gate?
Exactly. And when I spoke to the auctioneer, he said there was never any discussion or business arrangement with him. In terms of, like, if you were going to go and bid for something, you would go and you would put in information. You would try to gather information on when the auction was going to occur and all of that. None of that occurred. The only thing he asked for was, do I have permission to walk around on the ground? So I subsequently went to find out more about his school background and all of that. And I went and found an old school newspaper of the real Umar Johnson. There's a guy whose name he stole. Okay, so this guy is not a doctor. He did not attend the schools he attended. When he put that website up initially asking for money, there was a P.O. box. If you notice, there's no PhD after his name. We went and we looked up, or PsyD after his name, which is if you had a psych degree, people in academia know that you put those letters after your name because you actually have attained that level of merit. And then when we went and looked up there's a website you can go to see if people actually have written a dissertation in order to attain the degree. There's no listing because he's never written a dissertation. And as you know, you can't get a PsyD if you don't write a dissertation. That's just not going to happen. So this guy's not only an identity thief, but he has no accountability. I called into a radio show that he was on that famously went around on YouTube. I didn't even know someone had recorded it, and asked him directly, what is your accountability system? What do you have set up so that all these black people that are giving you all this money can go and find out, where's this money going? How much have you collected? exactly what is your setup here. And of course, he cut me off, claimed I was reactionary, which is ridiculous, and has never given anyone any account, tax write-offs, board, 501c3, nothing. Because if you're going to set up any kind of a situation where you have a school, you have to have a 501c3, and you have to have a board. You have to have members
you
of the
know
board.
what?
You have to
There are
have honorary,
people who
all of
are
that.
saying that you are off base and that the information that you're spreading is a lie. What documentation do you have to back up any of what it is that you're saying?
Well, I mean, it's simple. Ask him for a 501c3. Ask him for his degree. Ask him for, just screenshot a picture. I mean, I have my degree. Take a picture of it, put it up on the web. Where is it? No one's ever seen that.
So, okay.
Show us
Hold
us a
on.
birth certificate with his name on it. I'm not, the burden of proof is not on me because I'm not making the claim. He is. He's claiming his name is Umar Johnson. He's claiming he's a doctor. He's claiming that he has these degrees. He's claiming it. Then all of that stuff is backed up on paper. No one has ever seen any paper from this guy.
Hold on. Okay. So you say the burden of proof is not on you. However, you're making a claim at this moment. You're saying that you did research and that you found out that there was somebody else who was originally named Umar Johnson and that this man's name is not Umar Johnson. What do you have to show?
I do have that newspaper from the student newspaper with the guy's picture in it. I don't know. I mean, I couldn't put it on YouTube, but I have put that up on Facebook.
Click on contact. Send me the information that you have and the research that you've done. You said that you called a school that was being auctioned, the one that he snuck under the gate of, because I'm telling you, there was a video and I was looking at the video and he was like, yeah, this is the school. And he ducked down to go through the gate.
Right.
He was like, oh, I left my key.
Exactly. I don't know. See, that may have been, I don't know if that was the original school, but I'm talking about when the very first video that he put out on the scene years ago, when people were in my group. This is when I had my Progressive Black Thinkers group going, and I had thousands of people in there, and they were like, oh, yeah, you got to go check out this guy, Umar. And I kept hearing this guy. I'm like, okay, let me go check out this video.
You know what? Hold on. And according to the rules of the show, you know that when we're going in a direction and I need to redirect this, I will cut you off from speaking. I asked you, what proof do you have that you called this particular school and that they said that he did not purchase it, etc.? What location are you talking about? So you have to have you're making statements. I want you to be able to send me the documentation for the statements that you have already made.
Yeah, that's no problem.
Okay, so go ahead and do that. I'm going to let you go from the line because until what is
your email address?
Just go to TWrkn and click on contact, because until we can verify what it is that you've already said, it doesn't make sense to continue on saying new things. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay. No, that's no problem, Tanya. I mean, like I said, this is all been put up also on, if you go to Umar Johnson is a fraud on Facebook, if you go to that group, all this stuff is on there. I mean, this is not new. It's been up for years.
Are we tardy to the party? Because I don't know anything about this. Let me go. You said, let me go to Facebook.com. You said Umar Johnson is a fraud. Is the Facebook group?
On Facebook.
Give me just one moment. Let me pull this up. I'm waiting for the page to load. All right.
So like I said, this was years ago. This is not new. I mean, I could go.
Umar Johnson is a fraud. You said that's the name of the group.
Yeah.
Okay, I see the group. Okay, so it says it's a page though, not a group. Is it a page?
Yeah, but I'm just saying it's so, yeah.
All right, so I'm on the page now, and so I will have a look at what it is that's on the page. I'll show a little bit of this. So this is the page right here. And let me get my... So this, oh my gracious. So this is the page, and they have some posts up showing Umar and some other things. So wait, what's this? Umar in a bathtub? Hold on.
So more information has been released about Dr. Umar. Information is coming from one of the larger investors who had an investigation ran on him to find out exactly what's been happening with the money and exactly how much money he's received and other things. This is what we found out. First off, Umar Johnson's been lying to everybody about the amount in donations he received. He's been telling people he received $1.1 million in donations total from investors and people, public donations. He received over $2.5 million total in donations from the day one, going back to 2010 to 2018. In addition to that, he has been telling people that he paid $700,000 to $750,000 for the school building that he bought. In reality, he only paid $400,000 for it. So that's the second lie. So we have about $2.1 million
number
for the school, telling people that he paid $700,000 to $750,000 for the school building that he bought. In reality, he only paid $400,000 for it. So that's the second lie. So we have about $2.1 million unaccounted for which that purpose there should have been never any reason for that school to not have opened 2 years ago. So where's the money been going? Let me show you. The first place that the money's been going to is the lady in this top right picture named Sharon Thomas.
Hold on. Wait, hold on. I got to get my screen together. There's a lot of stuff going on over here. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of information, so, but I'll be more than happy to, direct you to.
I didn't know any of this stuff. What's the H is going
I'm telling you, girl, we've been investigating this guy. I mean, like I said, the stuff I'm talking about that when I called, that was like you said, 10 years ago. So
how is it that he's still able to roam around?
You know why? Because people want to believe anyone who taps into verbiage that validates their position in terms of being pro-black, in terms of, yes, we're oppressed.
Yeah, hold on. I just want to hear a little bit more of this about where hold on.
Has not only purchased her a house, he also purchased her an art studio, which is called Recrafted Life Art Gallery and Studio, located in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. One of the other examples of where the money has been going to as well is such as lavish trips, such as this one to Japan. Another person he's been giving money to, let me pull her up. This woman called Ginger Daniels, I guess she's known as Zaza Ali, from California, but based out in Atlanta. He's been supplying her with money as well. It was suspected that he had given money to Vinnie Green, I guess another scam type artist.
You know what? I'm doing the wrong thing with my life. I need to go buy me some glitter thongs and go and tell me where Umar is. Because if he think that gal got a bumper, let me go put on my glitter thong in front of him. He buying women houses? My Lord. Oh, okay. Well, listen. Please send me what it is that you have personally verified, okay? Listen, this is interesting.
Yeah, no problem. Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you for calling.
Right. Sure.
Well. Thank you. Well. You know what? As a matter of fact, let's jump to the apples real quick, and then I will, let's put this, give me 1 second. I'm turning off the phone lines for a second just so I can get the apples up on the screen. All right. So, A. Dot has sent $2.22 and says, men who talk the most, sex game be weak AF. Something must be going on. He buying chicks' houses and stuff. Maybe that's what he's doing to keep them. Kevin says, beyond tired of the excuses for Umar, shaking my head. The thing is, Umar is such a polarizing person, I don't know what to believe. Has he been exposed? Has he not? Why is he still walking around like this? Unbothered. This is strange. This is strange. All right. Adia sends $2 and says, I can't get through. Are you on the text notification squad? People on the text notification squad have a special number they can text me on. So here, I'm sorry if you can't get through. The phone line is going to be open in just one moment. Hey, and Steve sends another $50. Hey, Steve. All right. He says, all it takes is two hands and the will. No, it takes a little more than just two hands, brother. To handle all that meat, you need long arms, strong back. For those of you who don't know, I'll play a little tiny bit of the video, but thank you so much for the love, Steve. You are always on point. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So I'll play a little bit of the video for you all. I'll play a little bit of the video. Canada can't do Cash App, so I'm so sorry to hear that. All right, let me find a little bit of the video for those of you who didn't see it when I played it earlier. Cause all of this, my Lord, we'll show you some of it. We'll show you. This is the young lady with all them yams. Look at all of this, my God. And here he go. Look like he know what to do to me. Make it rain. Hey. And then.
First of all, he don't even know what to do with all that. She need an unapologetically African alpha male to handle that. He can't handle that. He don't even know what to do with
that. Look like he's doing a good job to me. Look like he's doing a good job. I'm about to open back up the phone lines for you all. 323-488-3149. Phone lines are open. And then we're going to catch the Cash Apples in another moment. Let's see. All right. It's open. 323-488-3149. And then let's see. We've been on for an hour, so we're going to be jumping out of here after the next phone call. We're going to take one last phone call. And who is it that said that they can't get through? Adia, now is the time to call. Then you'll be like, I can't get through once other people start calling. You're on the air live with Tanya. What's your name?
Yo, Tanya, this is Kevin J. Brown here.
Hey, Kevin, you got through.
At last. You know, it's like a trial or a challenge or something to try to get through these lines.
You are so funny. So what is your comment here today?
Well, my comment was, you know what? You don't want me to mention any callers. Fine. I wanted to mention the idea of the mixed situation, you know, between the men and the women. Now, keep in mind that Umar is one of the people who believes that there's like the seed of your father type of people. So basically, if the black man, you know, gets with any woman, you know, any woman of any kind, then the child that he creates them is automatically black or considered to be black. So this is somebody who we are considering in the aspect
That's
of
what he says?
black love.
Hold on.
Mm-hmm, yeah.
He says that if the father is black, the person is black?
No. Yeah, pretty much. So it doesn't matter what the mother is.
So he feels that a white woman, a white womb can push through a black child.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So this is the expert that we have with black love. Someone who can, if you have a father of any kind, or if you have a mother of any kind, then it doesn't matter what the mother is, that child is black.
I can't believe he would say something like that. That sounds so strange. But, you know, people act strange out here.
There's a lot of black men who carry that belief. They really do carry that belief that it doesn't really matter who they. It's kind of what helps to push, you know, them dating out. The idea of it doesn't matter who I'm with. You know, this child is going to be considered black to me. You know, even if it's of a lighter skin.
Gotcha.
But I also wanted to talk about the aspect of the mixed child and how different it is for the men and the women. There's another YouTuber that I recall who was talking about, you know, who had like made these very colorist statements against light-skinned men. He's a well-known YouTuber, but I noticed that guys like them have like these kind of like this contention when it comes to lighter-skinned men almost kind of like the sense of an inferiority complex when it comes to lighter-skinned men, but it's very different when it comes to lighter-skinned women. And this kind of goes back to the idea of, the seed of your father type of ideology. I think that it's all rooted in the idea of colorism, but it's just that it comes out differently when it comes to men as opposed to how it is for women.
Oh, got you. How interesting.
Yeah, it's something I've been noticing for quite some time. I noticed it about maybe a couple of months ago after watching a YouTuber, but then listening to somebody mentioning that again, it's kind of like it's going along that same trend of how lighter skin is regarded as far as what is considered to be like more masculine and what's more true, whereas when it comes to what's lighter, it seems to be softer and more feminine, which is why a lot of times it's why the lighter skinned women tend to be promoted more as more beautiful in ways that we may not even recognize it.
Absolutely.
Well, I just well, I'm gonna go. I just wanted to come in and say that because what was being said in the video and what people were commenting there was so true, and I wanted to say something about it.
All right. Well, thank you so much for calling in. Thank you.
You're welcome. See you later.
Okay. All right. That was very interesting. All right. We have a few more apples. I want to take one more phone call. Then we're going to read the apples and then sum it up. I appreciate all of you coming out and participating in this conversation. I'm definitely learning a few things. S says he's got it backwards. Listen, Adia, now is the time to call in. Now is the time. 323-488-3149. Darker skin is definitely seen as more furtive, more powerful. And I think that when it refers to women, that this is how there's so much misconception that is spread. You're on the air live with Tanya. What's your name?
Hey, I made it through. This is my first time calling.
Hi, well, welcome. What's your name?
Carrie.
Hi, Carrie. You're on the air live. So, what's your comment?
I follow all the rules. I was just calling to joke around that, like, I'm 43 years old, and I have always been a straight woman, and that little shake dance got me feeling some kind of way.
Oh, Lord, have mercy. So now you're switching over? You didn't see no little yams?
That was so enjoyable. And yeah, I just wanted to concur with everybody else that I recommend if you're still under the Umar trance that you go watch Lena Honor's documentary or any of the videos Make a Change has made. Black women, we have got to start being more savvy about who we trust. Any fool should not be able to come talking to you about Black love when he has no wife, almost 50 years old, talking to you about educating children when he's been on child support for over 18 years. This man has admitted on the internet, which is where he does most of his work, that he's not even allowed unsupervised visits with his own children.
Really?
So what school? Yeah, that's a fact. He admitted it himself when he doxed his own baby mama.
He
gave out
doxed
her
his
home address
child's
and
mother?
her business. He is really a dangerous person. He has talked about killing Black children.
What?
10% of Black boys need to. Yes, this
Wait,
is all
why?
up there. And
Why
because he says he can't. In his typical broken vernacular, he says that he can't psychologize all these brothers on the corner. Umar Johnson has a deep hatred for Black people. He calls Black girls thoughts.
What?
He's talked about Black girls' genitalia as rotten cookies. He said this in front of children.
Wait, but I'm confused. How did it get there? How did that come about?
Because I'm going to tell you how. Because he targets, and I don't mean any shade by this. I'm not trying to be insulting to anybody, but he really targets uneducated, disenfranchised people. And he spreads a lot of misinformation about the public school system. And basically, he panders to people who are failures. So he doesn't offer solutions. He offers excuses.
Ouch.
And it's very appealing. So if your son is getting trouble in school, it's because everybody at the school is a racist, right?
and I'm a school teacher, and I can tell you that he tells parents that if their children have been diagnosed with disabilities and they need special education, which anybody who actually works with kids knows is totally different. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No. Can you hear me? I'm sorry. I realized my lights are not up in the back. I wanted to
Okay,
go. I'm
yeah.
sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, I work in the public. I'm a teacher. I've been a teacher for 13 years, and special ed teachers are doing the Lord's work. These are some of the best people you will ever meet in your life. These people who work special ed are some of the most patient, generous, kindest people you would ever meet, and they love children. And he convinces these children's parents that the school is trying to discriminate against their kids when they get diagnosed with learning disabilities. He says there's no such thing as ADHD. There's no such thing as...
Well, you know what? I need you to direct me towards. So you said Lennon Honor has a documentary. I'm going to go watch that because these are some things that I have not heard and that I would need to see and hear for myself in order to be able to, allow that to be put out there. Because if he said this and there's yeah.
And I can send you links. Like I said, they've done the work. There's another young man named Make a Change. The documentary is more like for people where you're at now, where they just need a primer on kind of everything that's going on. And then there's another guy named Make a Change who has even more receipts. And I think it would be really good if you looked into it because you as a woman can do a lot more to help these Black women than Lennon Honor can. And we don't really have a lot of educated women talking about this. He's a dangerous person. He spreads a lot of misinformation. Yeah, he really...
he seemed just really benign. Like I joke about the school and all of that, but I didn't know that all of that was going on.
Yeah, most of us who watch him more closely really believe that he is a predator. And I'm not going to, like you said, I respect your platform. And because I know what I'm saying is facts, and I believe that you'll follow up, I want to give you an opportunity to look into these things and present it to your audience because, like I said, Black women he targets people who are, most of us who have a college degree or two know a doctor when we hear a doctor speak. And nobody who had exposure to these types of professionals could believe that he was a doctor. He doesn't even speak proper English. He has no dissertation. The things he says are antithetical to science. He does not believe in science. And so, I just wanted to alert that this man is actually a dangerous person. And I really, I'm going to join your notification squad. I'm new to your channel. I enjoy your content. I think you're beautiful and radiant and preach your self-love in the way that you do for our own benefit is just a beautiful message. And I'm glad I got through to you because, again, I'm really hoping that you will help follow up with your followers about how dangerous Umar Johnson is, as his rhetoric is extremely toxic. As a public school teacher, I can tell you the majority of us who went into education did it because we love children. We're not starting GoFundMes so we can fly all over to Japan and get in bathtubs and everything. We love children. And for him to be turning the parents against us, right, when they should be working in league with us for the benefit of children, he does so much harm. And so thank you for talking to me. I'm not going to talk your ear off, and I'm going to if I can send you anything, like I said, Lennon Honor has good work, Make a Change has a good work, and we as women,
TWrkn and click on contact and send me the links that you need to send there. This whole thing is so strange. I had no idea all of this was going on. I'm shook.
Okay.
I'm shook because I don't understand how people are putting him on morning shows and sharing his stuff, and he's toxic and his stuff has been disproven. It's kind of like, I did in 2018, I did a video on Charlemagne. And I was like, how are people? Because as you notice, I don't use clips from the morning club and stuff like that.
Right,
and another toxic person, Vlad, I used one clip because of Godfrey that needed to be exposed. But there's a lot of toxic people out there who are. This is why, from what it is that I know about being a life coach, There's a lot of people out there vouching for people that they see in front of the camera, and you don't know what is going on behind the camera. Like, we get caught up in these flurries. Like, I did a video yesterday, and people are writing me about what they know, and I'm like, can you prove what it is that you know about this woman and her husband and what's going on behind the scenes and all this other stuff? Because we don't know. We really don't know.
Well, this is, the Umar thing is well documented, and the thing that's so sad is the reason why he gets away with it is the same way Charlemagne got away with it. His victims are black women. And that's why he gets away with it. And black women with this, we cape for black men so hard. They want to believe in this Messiah figure. They want to believe that Umar Johnson is the one who loves their kids, and all those evil school teachers, they don't love, the people who actually have to interact with you and your child on a day-to-day basis, don't trust them. He's got all the answers. Hey, he can't name one kid he's helped. The only people that cape for him are these black women, and not a single one of them can get up on your panel and tell you that he did anything to help their child.
This is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. Like, even if he would have homeschooled, I mean, he could have bought a $40,000 house in Utah and did some homeschooling or something, or even rented out a room each day, a conference room at a hotel, and done something. But to do nothing for 15 years?
You can start a school. You can start a school in a single room. That is the tradition of schools. Schools don't even need a whole building. And I mean, where is the curriculum? Before we were even going to talk about a school, you could introduce a curriculum to help black kids without ever having owned a school. So where are the teachers, right, that he's hired? He's on there. He says these really disgusting phrases like consciousness before cookies and politics before punani, what person would you want around your child speaking like that? But he's always talking about wifey resumes and sex. He's sex obsessed. He is truly a pervert, and it's only women on the lowest socioeconomic scale who could fall for something like this. And I'm not saying that to be rude, but people who have health care and who see doctors regularly and speak with doctors know how doctors sound. And the thought of how disenfranchised a person would have to be to believe that this man is a doctor of psychology. Did Umar Johnson receive a degree from a college? Yes. Is that the man, this Jermaine Shoemake that's on the internet? No, it's not.
His name is Jermaine Shoemake?
Yeah, his name is Jermaine Shoemake. That's right. That's a fact. That's that man's name.
How do you know that that's his name?
He admitted it.
When did he admit this? You had a video of this?
I'll send you a link. And again, when you see how transparent this is, it's like these people he's like a cult leader. All the information is there, but people don't want to see it.
How is it that, you know what, we are so black male worshiping in this culture that this is how, time and time and time again. Oh my God. Meanwhile, when I was living in my car, people said that I was scamming. And it was like...
And tell you this. What doctor would be on there saying that a woman needs a strong alpha? What doctors use phrases like alpha male, right? Just think about that. What psychologist would use a phrase like alpha male? How troglodyte is that? What professional speaks that way? Who says things like that? Right? What doctor look, I'm a teacher. I'm a high school teacher. I'm not a doctor. I don't have an internet page where I'm talking about people shaking their butts because I have a professional image to uphold. I'm not on here using my real name. I have a professional image to uphold. I can't have my students seeing me talking about booty shaking and she needs this type of sex or that type of sex and rotten cookies and send me a husband resume nobody who had a profession, a career to protect speaks this way.
Prophesy, Papa.
So I want to protect black women. And I want to tell to the black women who are on here that have children, if you want to know who wants to actually help your child, please start showing up to parent-teacher night. Please start communicating regularly with the people who love your child enough to work with them 5 days out of the week, who are taking lower salaries than what they could get in other careers because they care about black children on a day-to-day basis. Set up a study time where your child has a quiet place to sit for an hour a night and do their homework. Right? Encourage your child, encourage your black boy that his treasure is in his brain and not his hands and his feet running up and down a field. Tell your child that they're beautiful and they're smart. Stop telling your child that they're dumb. Make sure your child knows that they are loved and appreciated, that they're beautiful and smart and strong, and have them do their homework every night. You know, and don't tell your child, don't revel in their failures more than you revel in their success. Maybe your child's not good at math, but they're good at art. Spend your time with your child focusing on what's beautiful in them. And if you want them to succeed, be in regular communication with their teacher.
Prophesy, Papa!
So I love y'all. Thank you for having me on the line. Umar Johnson is a dangerous predator. And as you elevate yourself in self-love, you're going to know that a man who respects women does not talk like that about women. A professional man is never going to mix his romantic life and his professional life. No. Imagine if you went to your doctor for your yearly checkup, women, that we have to do, and he told you he's looking for a wifey. Would you let that man touch you? Would you let that man watch your child?
I had a primary care doctor that said he could do my pap smear right there at the office. I said, what?
Right.
I had to change primaries. I said, what?
You would leave. You would leave. You would leave. You would leave. And let that filthy, disgusting school in that dangerous neighborhood, any woman who would consider sending their child around a man who said he wants to turn off all the lights and play hide and go get with a bunch of children, who says that he wants to wash their clothes because they're going to be dirty when they get there.
Hold on. Now we starting to get into stuff that we've already gone over for time. But we're getting into things that...
You're right. It's out there. I'm going to send you some links.
Okay.
Sisters, protect your children. Thank you, ma'am.
All right. Thank you so much for calling.
Bye-bye.
All right. Wow. You know, back-to-back calls. You're on the air live with Tanya. What's your name?
Hi, my name is Tanisha.
Is this a prank call? Because your voice sounds a little made up.
No.
Okay.
No, it's not. I'm a grown full adult. I get that all the time.
Okay, go ahead then. Because you were like, hello, my name's Kanita. And I was like, it's starting. It's starting. Okay.
No, not at all. I just want to say that I'm a big, big, big fan of yours. And so I think that as far as Umar is concerned, I think what he meant was basically that nobody can handle that but a black man. Like, she needs a black man. Like, not even a black man. She needs a black man. Like, a hood dude to handle all that. Like, he can't handle that. He don't know what to do with it.
What do you think qualifies that person to be able to quote unquote handle it?
That's what I mean. Like, that's my whole point. That's why I have a problem with what he said. Because a person looking from the outside in, like you said, you don't know what a person is qualified to handle. And like you said, you don't know what she likes.
Yeah,
that man could be more than qualified to handle all of her needs and then some.
Well, go ahead. You know what? Let me get mine. Here we go.
Prophesy, Papa!
Yes!
You know, I mean, you can't judge a book by its cover. You never know what bread is qualified to handle. You know, like
you're right. Listen, he was handling it in the way she liked right then and there. All them dollars falling.
You know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? Like, come on, we can't handle that right now. And if that's what he meant, I think that basically he's just a misogynistic. I don't know. He panders to the lowest common denominator, and he spews these views of black love and this and that, and we gotta be like it's a lot of nonsense. To me,
Gotcha.
it's a lot of
Gotcha.
nonsense.
Well, thank you
It's
so
a lot
much
of nonsense.
for calling in. We appreciate your point of view. Thank you.
I'm letting so much.
All right. So I've just turned off the phone lines. This was very interesting. We're gonna take a look at the apples in what's that? What's that? What's that? Okay. Hey! Okay. All right. So we are here. Let's see. Rakaya sends 111 and she says, for Umar. Okay, I'm gonna make a wish on that. Keisha sends $6 and says, just sending love. Thank you so much, Keisha. We appreciate it. And Erica sends $2 and says, we love your show in Jersey. Well, that's not too far over from New York, so welcome in Jersey. Yeah, you know, the people who like me the best are East Coast people and people who like to keep it real. I find that a lot of Southern people don't like me. You know, I'm going to have to do a survey and see. I'm going to have to do a survey and see. Hey, the apples are coming up inside of the chat. Hey! All right. Let me continue. Adia says, just joined. Oh, she just joined the text notification squad. Thank you. We will see you on the beginning of the next video. If you want to join the text notification squad, the link is in the description. If you want to send an apple through, the link is in the description. I didn't get to read the rules of this broadcast, but if you want your Cash Apple read on air, send it during the show. If you still want to support the show, but you don't want it read publicly, you could just send it when we're off air. All right. Willie sends $10 and says, very educational. Thank you very much, Willie. Willie is part of the text notification squad too. So I recognize the name. So thank you. Thank you for that. And then Kelly sends 222 and said, I sent you the Umar video. Lord, we're going to have to do a follow-up to this because this is a lot. I didn't know all of this was existing. I just wanted to do a fun, lighthearted video, and then it turned into all of this. Antoinette has sent $2 and says, I'm not uneducated and I follow Umar. Okay, Antoinette is one of the people that called in earlier. Antoinette, with all of this stuff that you hear people saying, about his name not being real and the shady stuff surrounding, you know, the whole, I'm curious as to how, if this is true, are people really truly following him? That's the part that's confusing. Ebony sends in 4444. Hey, Ebony. Hey, hey, hey. Okay, we're gonna be dancing in a second. We're gonna dance in a second because we're about to get out of here. So thank you so much, Ebony. She says the super, Lord have mercy, the super mammies still caping for the conquered black male. Lord have mercy. You got me reading stuff out loud that is inappropriate. Sunny sends $5 and says, I'm Southern and I like you. Couldn't get through. How interesting. Well, you know what? I don't know, because I get a lot of Southern people telling me I'm rude. So let me ask you, Sunny, are you rude too? Because Lord only knows. Bridget sends $3. Thank you, Bridget. We love you. And Michelle sends $2 and says, have a great evening. Thank you so much, Shelly. And it looks like Nina just sent something through and says, hope all is well. Many blessings. Here's another text notification squad person. Hey! We get to know each other on the broadcast offline, so I recognize some of the names. So thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you all. Thank you. And let's see. Antoinette says, I got to call in. Yeah, you got through earlier. We're going to have to do another broadcast because it's starting to get late and I want to take my last meal of the day. I'm already past my fasting window, but I'm hungry, so I want to just get my last meal in today. For some reason today I was really, really hungry. Bridget sends another $2 and says, I forgot to make a statement. Watch out, Wendy Williams. You know, Wendy is in a category all her own. She don't have to worry about me coming for her spot. There's nobody that can be Wendy now. Nobody can be Wendy. Let's see. I need to, so we have, oh, that was the same. That's the same thing. Let me put a heart right here so I know I saw it. Antoinette says she got to call in. Sunny says, I had an experience that aligns with that teacher. Really? You know what? Make sure that you're on the text notification squad because so that you can get the notification when we talk about this again, because we need to, Antoinette says, I have to look this stuff up. I haven't heard this. This is what I'm saying, Antoinette. This is what I'm saying. We have got to look into this because this is, if this is real and all of this stuff that people are saying is true, it's problematic and it needs to be exposed. It needs to be exposed. So I appreciate all of you coming through. I am getting ready to head out of here. So go ahead and get your last few comments in now. Come on. Hey, I want you all to tell me, what is the self-love lesson that you learned from today's video? What's the self-love lesson that you've learned? Go out there and love one another. Most importantly, love yourself. And part of loving yourself is what? Part of loving yourself is doing your research. And realizing that your choice matters. Who you choose for yourself matters. You know, don't let anybody get in between you and your choice. A lot of men don't understand it's the woman's choice. Hey. Listen, go ahead, put up those self-love lessons. Go ahead and throw those thumbs up. Hey. Bria, who are you talking about has emotional issues? Are you talking about me or somebody else in the comments? Because if you're talking about me and we know we don't insult people on this channel, we can get the one last block party in before we go. Come on. Hey, come on. Hey. Hey. Oh, this is so fun. Thank you. All right, listen, you all are fussing in the comments instead of putting up your self-love messages. So listen, on that note, I'm going to say my self-love messages. Do the research that you need to do. Honor your choice without worrying about other people's expectations for your choice. Stop judging a book by its cover. Allow a woman to make the choices that are right for her. And on that note, listen, let's get the final screen up. Make sure that you subscribe. Make sure that you like the channel. Make sure that you click and watch the videos that are around here. Subscribe to the channel. Make sure that you know how to find the channel again. And I will see you all in the next video. Tanya TKO, and I am out. Peace. Hey.